we move on to react to Matthijs de Ligt and Mazraoui. They are on the verge of becoming Manchester United players. With these with Matthijs de Ligt and Mazraoui, when I constantly talk about the transfers, I had a feeling inside that these are sort of transfers that are just going to be rumors and they're never going to fall through, and United fans are going to be disappointing like they are constantly disappointed when it comes to the transfer window and the efficiency of Manchester United in sort of the business side in the transfer business side of football. But it seems like they held on. There was rumors too. Not rumors, even more strong than rumors. It seemed like a agreed deal when it came to West Ham and Mazraoui that didn't go through. And now it seems like not only is United able to get Matthijs de Ligt, but they're also able to get Mazraoui, which is incredible. The medicals are being completed. Brilliant. No, brilliant is a little bit of a stretch because I think this is a De Ligt and Mazraoui that didn't take that leap that they were both expecting when they were went to Bayern Munich. Matthijs de Ligt was on the bench. He ended up getting benched by Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer came in on loan and he ended up starting over him. During the period of that second half of the season. Mazraoui, he's never been that consistent right back game in, game out at Bayern. He's been in and out of the team, and sometimes he's even played in his natural position, not even playing right back sometimes when Alphonso Davies has been out. It's a chance for both of them to get on a new path. With Matthijs de Ligt, they talk about all the big clubs that he's been at. Going from Ajax to Juventus to Bayern, now to Manchester United. This is a dude, Matthijs de Ligt, that's he's been at Ajax, Juventus, Barcelona. No, Ajax, Juventus, Bayern Munich, and Manchester United, and this is a player that's only 25 years old. That's a little ridiculous, I have to say. Not ridiculous, but that's a caution for concern. Not saying he failed at all at the Juventus and Bayerns. No, I think Juventus to Bayern was strictly him wanting to make a next move for his career. I think him going from Bayern to United has a lot to do with the struggles that he's had at Bayern Munich, and I think he's kind of has been a disappointment at Bayern compared to what he expected Bayern to be. I don't think he expected, I don't think he entered Bayern thinking, this is a club I'm gonna be at for a few seasons and I'm gonna take another leap to another club. No, I thought he expected Bayern Munich to be that leap. It didn't work out for him. Now he wants to go. Now he wants a change of scenery. Wants to reunite with a coach that he played his best football at, with Erik ten Hag at Ajax. That's when they reached the Champions League final. That was when he was a captain as a 19-year-old, being the leader of the team. Not just a leader at the back, but being a leader in terms of the emotional leader, being the captain of the team. And it was with the team with some experience too. There was Dusan Tadic that was in that team. Daley Blind, he was also I believe. Yeah, Daley Blind was also a part of that team at Ajax, and I believe that was 2019 or so, and he was the captain. So he has a good pedigree to him, but why has it not worked out at Bayern Munich? As far as Mazraoui, again, this is a sort of right back, has in terms of technical quality, good in tight spaces for a right back, good and tidy. In terms of his end product, he's not the best crosser of the ball. He has, he can play in a ball, but really his biggest ability in terms of being as a right back is his ability to be in possession, like a possession sort of right back, sort of similar to like a Sergio Dest, with more quality in terms of he's not Trent Alexander-Arnold. This is not a guy that you're gonna get the ball to and he's gonna whipping ridiculous balls and he's gonna get 10 plus assists. He won't give you that, but he'll give you a right back that's number one. He's solid defensively. He's very very comfortable on the ball. Can dribble. Can play in tight spaces. Can be a part of a possession based team. Has the energy levels to make the runs as a fullback. And again, he does everything that Wan-Bissaka can too in terms of his just pure ability on the ball, his pure footballing nature to him. He's a very, very good footballer, which hence made him a good right back at the same time. And I think there's some potential there. Now Mazraoui, you play him on the left hand side, he basically has no left foot, so he'll give you a solid defender in that aspect. But he's not someone I've seen him play at left back a lot now. And it's not really his strength. But you don't expect him to be when that is his weak side. But I don't want United fans getting carried away. Oh, he can play on the right, he can play on the left. He could be a makeshift left back, but he won't be a good left back. He'd be makeshift. In terms of right back in general, I still think there's still even a ceiling for him in terms of how good of a right back he's going to be. I don't know. Because, again, why hasn't that worked at Manchester United? It's like at Bayern Munich. It's like Gravenberch. When Gravenberch made that move to Liverpool, why wasn't Gravenberch working at Bayern? I say the same thing about Mazraoui as well. Why he wasn't able to take the next step at Bayern Munich? But yeah, it overall adds to the squad depth of this team. I think these are two players that immediately they're gonna become starters in the fact that they're two much needed positions in the team. Right back, the issues United have had for right back now for a few years now. And then center half with Lenny Yoro going down, there's someone that's needed there next to Lisandro Martinez. I believe, Erik ten Hag and United fans, they think still having Harry Maguire or Lindelof still in that starting lineup is a step backwards from what they've been trying to build over the past few years, and that's trying to make some progress. So I think a guy like the Ligt, I think he provides more. I think he gives you the physical nature of a Harry Maguire, but just more consistent defender and just a better player overall than Matthijs de Ligt, than Harry Maguire. So yeah, there's that added initiative there. Do you think, we can criticize the signing, all that, but the biggest thing that we have to say is these are two players that are going to come in, they're going to immediately be starting level players for Manchester United, which is good. We've seen, they sign a guy like Joshua Zirkzee earlier this window. We saying, okay, that's a decent signing, but at the same time, this is not Matthijs de Ligt. Joshua Zirkzee is not a guy that can come in and immediately be a starter for Manchester United. He's not far from it. He didn't even have double-digit goals in Serie A as a forward. So, and the fees are not ridiculous. Matthijs de Ligt, about 42.9, or about 50 million euros or so. Mazraoui is only. Mazraoui's deal is only around 15 million or so. So overall, it's about 65 million spent on two players that are probably going to start at the football club. That's a brilliant move. In my opinion, that is brilliant. There's an upside there with Mazraoui to make that deal worth it. There is an upside there right now. United, they started off in that Manchester City game. They played Dalot right back. I think Mazraoui is probably a better player than Dalot. If not, I think he can push Dalot there. And I think Dalot has been one of their more consistent performers. But Dalot is not exactly someone that's completely. But the most important thing at the same time with Mazraoui is he provides squad depth. That's the most important thing too. You're bringing in, instead of bringing in Wan-Bissaka, who gives you nothing in attack coming from the right hand side. Dalot comes down and you can bring in Mazraoui that has the ability, has that technical ability. The ball gets to him. Defenses, they're not gonna leave, Mazraoui in acres of space to do whatever he wants on the ball the way that they would do with Wan-Bissaka and clog up space for other players. I think with having Mazraoui in there instead of Wan-Bissaka, it just makes everything more fluid, and the fact that teams are not gonna hone in on one side and leave the other side open, because there'll be times in the past that Wan-Bissaka, he'll be in miles of space because he's no threat to the opposition, or the opposition, at least the opposition doesn't deem him as any sort of threat. I don't think you can do that the same way you would do with Wan-Bissaka to Mazraoui.